habitual behavior and addiction.
Hmm.
Is there somewhere, like if someone is in some kind of addiction withdrawal, is there somewhere that put your attention in the same way you mentioned the craving for food and putting attention on the tongue and that kind of thing?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
But is there an exercise if someone is going through some kind of drug craving?
Same thing.
Put it where?
Put it wherever you feel the.
Oh, so just in general.
Just feel it and relax. See, the only way out is through. But what people want to do is they want to avoid the pain of addiction, of any kind of addiction. They want to avoid the pain, but you can't. You have to accept it. That's the only way out. I don't avoid my pain. I accept it. That way, I just kind of, I always say it's never as bad as you think it is. It's never as bad as the ideas you put on it. I can't. Oh, yeah, you can. If I put you in a room, locked all the doors, and wouldn't let you have drugs, what would happen? Eventually you would, you throw up a lot and have diarrhea and all that, but eventually your body would return to normal. The only way out of it is through it. That's the problem with most junkies. It's so bad they want to go around it. The idea of food is so bad to people who are overweight. I want to eat something. They don't want to wait it out. They want to go around it. So I need some medication. I need one of those tubes. I need a stomach reduction. No, what you need is sit your ass down and be still. That's what you need. And find out where your strength is. This universe is a universe of strength. What does that mean? Give a thought to the creator of this universe. Think of what had to happen for it to go through creating all this from itself. It's like ripping parts of itself out. This is where you have to go. And it ain't that bad. It's okay. Once you learn to accept, and that's the problem with them. They need to learn to accept that this is what it is, okay, so it will be over. Remember what I said about the thought of suicide. I know that there's an end, so I don't have to commit suicide. I know that there's an end to this. All right? It will be over. Okay. So I can wait, and I can do what I need to do to get through it. So this is the issue. So it's the same thing. The addiction to drugs is the same as the addiction to food, is the same as the addiction to cigarettes, is the same as the addiction to habit. It's the same thing. It's a pairing. We just have to break the pairing, that's all. Okay? It's more pliable. Well, what they found out, and they're back experimenting with acid again. You know, there was a lot of great experiments were going on with acid before the government decided it was a drug and you couldn't use it anymore. So this cut out the experiment by reputable scientists because they could no longer get it and they'd go to jail and all that. But they're back doing it now, and one of the things that they've learned, not only can it cure junkies, alcoholics, people with all sorts of neuroses, guided, okay, but that the brain begins to operate in harmony both sides begin to operate together. And when they start to operate together, perception of other things is a reality. So that's what meditation does, is allows that to happen and allows you to see the truth rather than the reality, just the reality, but the truth. So that's why. It's the difference between the physical doing it and this doing it. But this lets this know it can be done. It's just how you do it. Okay. One of the things we have to here's the hard part, like being a junkie. There are certain things that you want to believe. Many people have a hard time with a lot of the things that I have to say. Why? Because it hurts their feelings. It hurts what they think of as reality, what they want. This is why it's hard to get through about truth, because they want to hold on. They hurt. I don't want to hurt. Well, what did I say? One of the things about that, the only way out of hurt is through hurt. You have to hurt and accept that you hurt, but accept that what you think of is only your opinion and not the truth, not the reality. You see what I'm saying? So we have to go through these pains and stuff to understand, to get to the bottom of things, to get to the truth about stuff. You know, getting through it is a painful process. But your pain tells you this is where you should be working it out. Not just so you get it, but so you answer the question. Because the whole thing about human existence, or the existence of all things, is the uplifting of consciousness of all things. So we have a responsibility. We don't know that this whole thing about the earth is just an experiment. We think this is it. No, this is just a place you go through to learn about things defined in this manner. Spirit is a whole other thing. And when we come together in spirit, not in form, but in spirit. Because this is going to change. This became what it was, an experiment to see whether this is the best form for intelligence to inhabit physical reality. So it's not the end result, but because you were born into it, you think this is it. Well, this ain't it. It continues to evolve. That's why I can never say this is it. This is it for the moment. I'll enjoy it for the moment because this is what I got. But as it starts to change, or I see others that are starting to change, okay, I got nothing against that. I'm where I am. Let me experience, enjoy what I am, but let me not judge others in the way that I judge them based upon what I am. So we get through it, and we learn the truth. Once we learn the truth, the whole thing works better. The whole thing works better. And one of the truths that I learned, this is grammar school. I'm not coming back. I graduated. I don't want to play in the schoolyard anymore. I don't want to play, I pull your ponytail, I like you. No. I got a mouth. I can say, hey, you look pretty good there. How you doing? I don't have to pull your ponytail. Stick your ponytail in the inkwell. That was some 1950s crap. Way back. It's about understanding and moving on. Truth hurts. The most hated people on earth are those who stand for the truth, because they don't stand for any person, any ideology. They just stand for the truth, because it is the truth that matters. When you start getting on sides, you're getting into some bullshit that's just creating more problems. The most hated person on earth is the person who stands for truth. You had a man 2,000 years ago that stood for the truth. What did they do to him? They hung him on a cross and stuck spears in him. Okay. They killed him. Why? Because he didn't agree with anybody. He only agreed with what was true. When they asked him about money, he said, what should we do? He said, whose picture's on that? He said, Caesar. He said, well, render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's. Render unto God that which is God's. Truth. What did they do? They killed him. Love your brother as yourself. Truth. What did they do? They killed him. Yeah, we don't love your ego. Take that with you. Take this spear with you. Oh, the most hated person on earth is the person who tells you the truth. Truth, not opinion. Truth of the observation of this thing. The truth hurts those who want to live with a lie. It hurts. Okay. I say, I have small groups. Very few people want to hear the truth. They want to hear what they want to hear. They want to go down and be hugged and think everything is all right. No. Hugging you is not going to make it all right. When I was a kid, I used to wonder. Hit myself with a hammer. Oh, mama kiss it. Is that all right? Hell no. Look, I hit myself with a hammer. You talking about some kisses. Where's the morphine? Give me can you help a brother out? True. It's just true. So, overcoming the habit, the addiction to habitual thinking, to drugs, to cigarettes, to food, to ideas, is very painful. If you really want something to be over, you have to let a person go through it until it's over. Until it's over. You know, that's just the way it is. You're not going to learn until you hurt enough to examine what the issue is. So, this is just the truth. And no matter what, and hopefully I've demonstrated through the things that I've gone through, it's okay. I just go through it. I go through it to demonstrate to you that the only way out of it is through it. The only way out is through. You can't go around. You go around it, it's still there. And that core is still going to haunt you the rest of your life. And still going to cause you pain. I looked at it was just a clip from Dwayne Wade, a conversation with his son, who is now a daughter. And the kid said something that made absolute sense. The kid said, if you can't be who you are, what good is it being here? I'm saying that to you. If you can't be who you are, really learn who you are, and be who you are, what good is it being here? If you're going to live in the fantasy and the lie of your habitual behavior, what good is it being here? This is why the idea of reincarnation, you have to run that play till you get it right. You have to come back till you understand. Till you understand. And these things, you don't have to go around shouting to the world. You have to admit it within yourself and live the truth in yourself about what you know. I don't go around telling people, oh, it's going to be all right. You're going to be reborn. Go ahead, kill yourself. No. I know this is true. But do you know? No. It doesn't do any good for me to tell you. Because it's not your experience. Once you begin to have these experiences, and that's what I'm talking about, you begin to have these experiences, however small they are, they accumulate. And the whole thing starts to make sense to you by asking the right question. Most of our questions evolve around insecure, child-like emotional questions, childish emotional questions. We don't realize that we come into this world as a child to grow. That's why we keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It's about growth, okay? It's about emotional growth as well as physical growth. But what we do as children, we want something a certain way. And we keep that until we grow up, so we can't wait to do that or to be that way. All right, so we keep that. Now here we are in this adult body with this little child idea. Now, we've held this idea habitually so long, we don't get rid of it. The longer you live and the more experiences you have with that idea, you keep looking for that idea out here. Guess what? It never shows up because there's no such thing. There's no such thing as the flawless idea that you hold in your head. There's a such thing, but it's not that flawless idea. I want somebody who's going to love me in spite of all my faults. Well, you're an asshole. Don't nobody want to be bothered with that. Sometimes you just want to go home, kick up your feet. You don't want to hear it. And finally you say, shut up. Oh, you don't love me. I love you, but shut up. I'm tired. Well, you treat me like that, I ain't gonna give you none. Now we got a whole other problem. I got to go somewhere else to get some. Now you gonna get mad about that. And on and on and on and on. See, we don't realize, wait a minute, stop. Let's take a look here. What am I doing? What am I doing? Am I trying to, this old song, I think it was Roberta Flack, I forget, trying to make it real, but compared to what? We have to remember and come to understand life is what it is. That's all it is. and we accept it. I accept that I am not the center of the universe. Then I realize I am the center of the universe, just not like I thought it was. I am it. I am the center of the universe. I am that which all things pass. All comes into me, all passes through me. But I can only have it when I let go of the things that come in first, the habits. This is what I want. The secrets of the universe are knocking on the door. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. I don't want to hear it. This is what I want. And here you are, miserable, suffering. It doesn't make sense. We have to ask the right question in order to get the right answer. The pain tells us whether the question is right or not. What is the solution? What is the solution? What's the solution to the problem? Okay? What's the solution? Wow. Solution is simple. Solve the problem. It's simple. If it's not for that habitual idea that you carry in your brain that you want to defend. Now, you think those people who have those habits are going to change? You think the people that do drugs heavily are going to change? Not without a whole lot of work. Those people are the same people. Those people who don't hear the truth in ideas are the same junkies. They're junkies. That's what it is. They're junkies to ideas. Because the ideas, the truth of the idea is painful. They don't want to let it go. Think about it.